So I have no experience when it comes to like relationships and dating and whatnot. However, I have like a master's degree when it comes to crushes. All right, so Far From Home did a lot of things well for Peter Parker, despite the hate for Peter Parker being Iron Man Jr. Specifically, Far From Home helped explore the psychology of Peter's romantic interest in his crush, MJ. This movie did a really good job of explaining the 6 stages of having a crush, which if you haven't seen Psych2Go's 6 stages of having a crush, stop the video, watch the video because it is disturbingly good. And in this video, we're going to talk about how Far From Home and No Way Home do a good job of showing us the 6 stages of having a crush. And as a quick disclaimer, Psych2Go openly acknowledged that while there is no definitive theory yet about how we develop crushes, we've done our best to come up with these 6 stages we believe everyone with a crush goes to.
Stage 1. Interest.
Having a crush always begins with some sort of like initial interest. It can happen when you meet somebody for the first time, or you could just be intrigued by one of your friends. Initially, in Spider-Man Homecoming, MJ would always like pop out of nowhere. She would somehow always be around Peter.
Too late. You guys are losers.
And at first we think she's just kind of like mean to him, and she seems to be like pessimistic until...
He already quit marching band and robotics lab. I'm not obsessed with him, just very observant.
So obviously MJ noticed Peter, but Peter at the time was chasing Liz. Fast forward 2 years later, well technically like 5 years plus the blip. But anyways, fast forward to the future, Peter starts to choose Peter Parker over Spider-Man. And as Far From Home starts, he and MJ find themselves both semi-interested in each other. And now with that scene in mind, we can move on to stage 2.
Curiosity. Once someone catches your eye, it's only natural to feel curious about them.
Technically they end up like stalking each other. So like first, MJ was always around Peter, but then Peter on vacation was still nodding back and forth and like looking at MJ. And then eventually he just leaves her alone. But it just so happens that as he goes to buy her a gift, she again pops out of nowhere. I wonder how she got there. But anyways, so they're on vacation and vibing until responsibility gets in the way. However, their time alone together helps spark something that Peter and MJ kind of had for each other, which is...
Next comes infatuation.
Now with infatuation, I can't really describe it better than how Psych2Go says it.
There's this never-ending flurry of butterflies fluttering in your stomach, and you always feel like you're floating on cloud 9 with each glance or each word of conversation you share with your crush.
Obviously, Peter has feelings and he cares about MJ.
Stage 4. Sharing.
Now, technically, Peter already shared his feelings back in like the curiosity stage with Ned and Aunt May, but he reinforces the feelings when he talks to Mysterio.
Give her a kiss. Shut up, man.
These feelings mean nothing unless you talk to your POI, your person of interest, and you're serious about how you feel, and then you tell them. And Peter gets the opportunity to tell MJ. He has the guts to tell her how he feels until...
MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
But before they can even have a serious conversation, responsibility gets in the way, and that moves Peter to tell the truth about his, well, not his feelings, but his identity.
I am Spider-Man.
And MJ is going to reveal her truth later on. But anyways, but after a couple projection battles and confessions in a museum, at the end of the movie, MJ and Peter are honest.
I really like you.
I really like you too.
And you figure they live happily ever after. At least for now.
Stage 5. Falling in love.
Now, this was nice to see at the end of Far From Home, but we see this stage continue with No Way Home. So No Way Home, this is where Peter and MJ are acting more as a couple.
At this stage, your feelings for them are no longer clouding your judgment about them. You've stopped putting them on a pedestal and thinking of them as perfect, and instead, get to know them well and grow closer to them.
You see this through most of No Way Home, and this is something that like Spider-Man fans love to see. We want to see Peter have a balanced life as Peter Parker, but also as Spider-Man, till villains and complications lead Peter to sacrifice his relationship with MJ, leading us to stage 6, which is
falling out of love.
Spoilers for those who haven't seen No Way Home, but at the end of the movie, literally everyone on the planet has their memory wiped, including MJ. MJ has no idea who Peter Parker is. He was going to come back and try to help her regain her memory. And this would have been nice because if he helped her regain her memory, they would kind of have a fresh start. They would have no more villains, no more people in their business, no more distractions. And Peter is about to do that. Until...
You may find yourself falling out of love with your crush after having seriously thought everything out between the two of you.
He's reminded of how she almost lost her life because she loved him. And as a result, he believes that she'll be safe, and he believes that she'll be happier not knowing the truth about who he really is in their past relationship. At least for now. With that being said, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can give it a heart. If you want to talk more down below, feel free to let me know. If you really enjoyed the video, you can share it. And if you're feeling froggy and you want to support the Fields Fitness fam, you can do all three if you'd like. As always, remember to stay mentally fit, emotionally fit, and physically fit. And I will see you all in the next video.